Hello everyone, my name is Vam and welcome back to Zero Cut Profiles, where today, for once, we are not in a custom-made format. We are in the good old-fashioned TCG for a budget deck profile. Now this is dual avatar, which you might be thinking, Vam, dual avatar is not good at all. That's the point. That's why it was less than $30, US dollars I should say, but it is very fun, and I did get to find a couple of interesting techs with it. Now this is not a Law of the Normal dual avatar, that's a different variant, but this is just regular old dual avatar and it is very fun to play. So without further ado, we'll get into the card by card real quick. We've got triple dual avatar Fist Yuhi, triple summoner monk, that's my special tech. Then we've got triple dual avatar feat Kokoku, triple King of the Swamp, one instant fusion, triple fusion deployment, triple time tearing Morganite. Now this card you might think clogs with King of the Swamp, and yes it does, but you can always just work with those. And Morganite is very interesting in this deck because you don't really have a lot of space for hand traps anyways, so you can get extra normal summons of your fists and feet, or you can get extra draws, or both, as the card says. And you can also keep your opponent from negating your Kokoku searches with a second copy, or pitch it for a summoner monk. Double polymerization, one reinforcement of the army because they are warriors, one terraforming, one monster reborn, triple dual avatar invitation, one called by, this is surprisingly cheap, double dual avatar defeating evil, 3 perfect sync Aeon, this is the field spell, and what a field spell it is. Double dual avatar ascendance, 1 dual avatar return, double torrential, that's also just a cheap option, I'm playing 2 of them, and double dual avatar compact. And the extra, it is very simple. We've got double Kongyo, double Mitsujaku, double Agyo, double Ungyo, triple manifested Aeon, because this is a great thing to pop with a Yuhi or with a spell, and summon with instant fusion as it is level 4. Then we've got some cheap Exceeses in the form of number 39 Utopia, number S39 Utopia the Lightning, and number 106 Giant Hand. These are all just real cheap monsters. If you're going second, you can try to OTK a bit because some of these cards have pretty strong bodies on them, and 5,000 attack is nothing to scoff at or beat over a giant card. Then we've got a Giant Hand, like I said, and it is just a monster negate. The idea is you can go Summoner Monk for Yuhi, do your dual avatar combos while leaving number 106 Giant Hand in the extra monster zone. We've also got one Magistus Maiden Artemis, aka Artemis the Magistus Moon Maiden, thank you translation names, that can be made off of one Summoner Monk summoning a Yuhi and allowing you to do your dual avatar combos with 5 main monster zones free to summon dual avatar spirit tokens. So without further ado, I've got my opponent set up, I've got a game set up, and as we go along you'll see how this deck plays. Let's hop in, and here we go. This deck is definitely exciting to play. It's a little bit different each time you play it. Most of the time you're going to be going for Yuhi lines. Let's see how this... we lost the rock, paper, scissors. But our hand is honestly pretty good. We got double torrential, which is really unfortunate, but we drew Yuhi and invitation, so we can use Yuhi for extra spell searches. And we are going up against Dragon Link. So, like I said, this is a budget deck. It only took about $30 to get, and I am building in real life, so I'm really excited to show y'all that at some point in the future. But don't expect a whole lot out of it. We're just hoping to be able to set up a board. So they're going to go quick launch for the Rocket Tracer, then a Dragon Shrine to send... What are they sending? What are they sending? I don't know Dragon Link combos. They are going to be... What is it? What did they send? Oh, Absorrouter Dragon. There we go. If it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a rocket monster from your deck to your hand, and they are going to be searching Rocket Synchron. When it's normal summoned, they can revive the Absorrouter Dragon. It looks like things may be going very downhill from here for us. The effects are negated, destroyed during the end phase, and now they are locked into dark monsters. What little that does for them, they're going to go for the Striker Dragon, searching the Boot Sector launch. And that Boot Sector is going to get them quite a bit of value. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to stop them, as we are Galaxy Satellite Dragon, hang on there, and Monster Reborn. They have their own Reborn. Galaxy Satellite Dragon, I believe, is just a Link 2. And they are going to revive Synchron and go into a Borreload Savage Dragon with 1 negate. It appears their combos might just be over. Wow. Okay, set a card and pass. And I think we can bait them out a little bit if we want to try with the Monster Reborn, as the Borreload Savage Dragon does not negate. So we can go... what could beat this? I'm wondering, what can we even take advantage of here is the issue. I think if we bait them out with the Yuhi, we can then go Invitation and get the combos going anyways. We're going to go Yuhi, which destroys for effect, and it appears an Ash Blossom is going to come our way. Unfortunate, but I think we can still do something. So, we can set a card, I suppose. I really don't want to lose with just the hand traps. Do they have any level 4 monsters engraved? They do. So we can go Monster Reborn, reviving the Rocket Tracer. Then we can make a rank 4 off of that and beat over the Savage Dragon. So this whole thing worked out. And then main phase 2, we can go for our dual avatar invitation plays. And as we do this, we'll rank up into S39 Utopia the Lightning. We'll go to battle phase, attack in over the Savage Dragon. They can't activate effects. And we are going to go Utopia the Lightning, detaching. Let's not get rid of that Tracer. We're going to detach the Fists and the Utopia to make this thing 5,000 attack, beat over the Savage Dragon, and main phase 2, we are free to do whatever we want. We're going to be pitching this Torrential, summoning 5 dual avatar spirit tokens. While we can't do a lot, I'm thinking we can at least pop their monster, clear out their materials, and get a negate. So we are going to go into an Ungyo. That one's obvious. This one is the negate. Then we are going to go... We have options here. We can either go into a manifested Aeon, or we can go into an Agio and pop their monster. And I feel like having an Agio would be okay, but they have not activated that Boot Sector launch, which is the concerning thing for me. So I think the Agio will be fine. We can't get too much back row, but we can at least make some extra resources go to the grave. So we'll get rid of the Galaxy Satellite Dragon, set the Torrential in the Imperm column because I misclicked, and we will pass. They're going to go draw phase, standby main, and we can only hope... Yep, there's the Boot Sector. Fortunately, we can negate some extra deck cards. Boot Sector is going to go special summon the Rocket Synchron. Nope. That Rocket Synchron's going to get them fairly far, hopefully, unless we can stop it. Into Guard Dragon Pisty. You cannot special summon monsters except dragon monsters. During your main phase, you can target a dragon that is banished or in your graveyard. Special summon it. Fortunately, we can not use the negate because Armored Ungyo requires an effect monster. But we do always have Torrential if we need it. So, now we just need to wait, see what they can do. And normally if we had more dual avatar monsters, you can make the negate, or you can go into Mitsujaku, Boral Regenerator. Target a rocket in your graveyard, special summon it, and that allows them to bring back the Synchron again. Now, if only this was a Yuhi in hand or a Kokoku in hand, I would feel more confident about torrentialing. later on. We're going to go to Sonboral. Sonboral allows them to pitch a card. Unfortunately, they don't have a card to pitch. Let's see what they do here. End phase. Okay then, seems like we have a chance here. We're going to go Summoner Monk, and I don't want to get too greedy, but I do want to at least push for game if we can. So we've got 25, 21, which is 46, plus another 17 is 58. So what we need to summon here is 2200 attack points. So we're going to pitch the Called By, special summoning a Yuhi. Then we can go Yuhi, destroying... what do we destroy? I think we destroy the Ungyo. And no, we are not going to destroy or prevent the destruction. Then we'll grab Defeating Evil. This will allow us to go into Giant Hand. Which then, I don't believe this is lethal, but we can at least do something interesting with it. So we'll go to battle. We will attack in with this Utopia the Lightning. Then if you destroy a dual avatar fusion monster by this effect, draw one card, banish one card from your opponent's graveyard. So then we'll attack directly. We're going to at least get this back row, keep them off of any resources. And unfortunately, we are just shy of lethal. Now we're going to go main phase 2, set this amazing quick play spell that we can use with our fusion monster, and pass. Fortunately, we can draw or banish from grave thanks to this. Twin Twisters! Twin Twisters pitch Twin Twisters. I don't think it's worth our time. Unfortunately, we lose our back row, but that's okay. Boot Sector launch! Uh-oh, maybe I forgot about the boot sector. Uh-oh. And it seems Rocket Synchron is all they've got. So we will just go to battle, Giant Hand in, destroy the Rocket Synchron, and number S39, Utopia the Lightning, stop their card effects for game. That is round 1. This deck does not have a side, so we're just going to be hoping they don't side either. And that went surprisingly well, considering we were going up against full-on Dragon Link, which was just a world stopper. So now they're going to go first again, and this hand is looking really good. We have Fusion Deployment to grab a Kokoku or a Yuhi. We've got the Yuhi already, and we've got a King of the Swamp to either act as a fusion substitute or grab Polymerization, as well as a Polymerization. So we can just have as many of the big fusions as we want. We might be able to push for an OTK if they don't stop us too quickly. As long as we can get an empowered, what is it, an empowered Kongyo? Yeah, empowered Kongyo. If we can get this guy, oh, okay. Well, it'll shut down for now, but Silver Rocket Dragon is coming out to the field. Set a card and pass. What is going on with this deck? So we can go Time-Tearing Morganite is quite the draw here. We will go Morganite. Hopefully we can bait out something. Hello. Okay, so now we get 2 normal summons, which doesn't have as much effect here. We are going to go Fusion Deployment, I think. And we are going to grab... we're going to reveal... which do we reveal? I think we reveal Kongyo. I'm going to try to push for lethal here. We're going to special summon the Yuhi. And then we have... oh, Effect Veiler on the Yuhi. Fortunately for us, we have another Yuhi. So we can now go Yuhi pop itself, grab Invitation, and this game might just be closed out depending on what we do here. So now that I'm thinking, we can go Dual Avatar Invitation. Come on, there can't possibly be anything. That face down I have a feeling is imperm, so we are going to go pitch the Compact, summon all of these tokens in attack position, and then we are going to get to fusing. Fusion summon a dual avatar fusion monster. Yes, we will go for the Empowered Kongyo, using the King of the Swamp in hand, and 1 spirit token, 2 spirit tokens to get the Empowered Kongyo. Then we are going to fuse again into Manifested Aiyun, which, if you read the effect, that when it's made with Empowered Kongyo, the attack of your battling dual avatar monsters becomes 3,000. So, with this in mind, we can make this, and unfortunately it's not game because they have 100 defense points, but we can figure something out. So we're going to go Yuhi in, and then 1 in, that will inflict 3,000 damage. 2 in, that inflicts 3,000 damage. Main phase 2. What options do we have here? We can always make an Armored Ungyo, which might be the option as we get a monster negate. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and cast the Poly. And let's fuse into an Ungyo using the Spirit Token and the Yuhi. And now we have that. Pass. I still prefer putting it in defense position. Silver Rocket Dragon's going to trigger special summoning another rocket from deck. Luckily, we have an extra deck negate. We don't have the secondary effect of Aiyun with Mitsujaku as material because we didn't make it with that, and I'm perfectly fine with that. We just wanted to push for damage. Monster Reborn, quite the cast, which is very, very bad. What are they going to revive? They're going to revive the, the Aigyo, the Kongyo. Rocket Tracer is going to attempt to pop the Monster Reborn to special a rocket from deck. And now we just need to hope, because this turns into a terrifying situation. So Kongyo is a 3,000 attack beatstick, which trades, which is fine. But unfortunately that also comes along with rocket plays, and those rocket plays... Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. Once per turn, you can destroy as many special summon effect monsters on the field as possible with attack less than or equal to this card's other than this card. So, fortunately, we do have a negate. I'm not going to shotgun it just yet. And it is Destroy, so we can proc our Manifested Aiyun. End of the main phase. They're going to go to battle phase. Okay. 3,000, it becomes 3,000, unfortunately. It only does attack, not defense. Kongyo! Uh-oh, our own Kongyo is going against us! I should have negated the Kongyo, I didn't even think about that. But it wasn't special summoned from the extra deck, so I couldn't have. So we just need to hope for a top deck. Yuhi... doesn't even do it. Oh, right, we have 2 top decks because of Morganite. So we're going to go Fusion Deployment. A last Ash Blossom ended this run. Looks like we're going into a game 3. Main phase 1, Twin Twisters, of course, pitching another Ash Blossom. And now, battle phase, clean up with my own Kongyo. That Monster Reborn had so much value behind it. 2,000 life points left, swinging with the Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. And life points reach 0, cleverly dodging our negate. So we're going to go side deck for the 3rd game. Now, I'm tempted to go 2nd again, but I'd rather go 1st, just for safety. Because Dragon Link can pop off in many ways. Interesting. So we have quite a bit of strategy to go with. We can get a monster negate with double spell pitch. I like the idea of Called by the Grave, I'll be honest. So you're going to normal summon Yuhi. Then we are going to hope there's not Effect Veiler, but that Called by... Oh my gosh, yes! We are going to Called by the Effect Veiler to negate it and allow our Yuhi... Oh my gosh. Well, you know, sometimes you have double Effect Veiler. well, this is interesting. We are going to go Instant Fusion. We only really have one option we can reasonably go for. We can bring out Ungyo, but I really don't want to. And now we have a couple of options. We can either leave it on the field and get searches at the end of the turn, but we very well could die, or we can do the play that I prefer and make number 106 Giant Hand and pass the turn. We have one monster negate, so hopefully we can steer that through a Dragon Link combo board. Fortunately, we know they only have 4 cards to work with. Dragon Shrine's a very good start, I'll say. But wow. I'm thinking we might be able to grab them on the Striker Dragon, but I don't know. Tempest! Mind... Really? What is it with this? Rocket Synchron. Okay, then. Well... Okay, special summon the Absolouter Dragon. This game might be over already. That was very quick, but unfortunately Mind Control and Monster Reborn can murder someone. So Striker Dragon is coming to the field, searching that boot sector launch. Now we just need to wait and see what they can do. If we aren't killed, we still have to deal with a monster negate. Unless is Mind Control temporary? Mind Control is temporary. And Absolouter triggers, Dragoon Knight Romulus triggers. Oh, goodness gracious. So I do not like to surrender. So I just kind of want to see how this plays out. Because if there is any chance that we could lose, that we could win, then I want to see it. So Tempest is going to go. Special summoning itself, I imagine. Yep, banishing 2 dragons. Special summoning the Tempest. This is still not lethal, but now the boot sector does not help with that. Boot sector is going to special summon a rocket from hand, the Silver Rocket Dragon, in defense position because they don't want too much battle attack. Now, what's next, I wonder? Maybe making an access code? No, making a Borreload Dragon. We are not dead yet. Unfortunately, we lost our monster negate. We can't target it with monster effects, but we can at the very least survive until the next turn. If we draw a spell, especially depending on what that spell is, we may be able to make a comeback. End phase, what's going to trigger here? Nothing. That's not what we needed here. Kokoku. This is the only play we've got right now. Kokoku effect. If that's an Ash Blossom in hand, I'm going to be very disappointed. We do not have a good spell engrave, so we can go Ascendance or Return. Ascendance might be a good way to proc our Torrential, because we can then summon Manifested Aeon. On the summon of Aeon, we can trigger Torrential and hopefully wipe the board. So now we're going to pass. Borreload Dragon's going to trigger, lowering the attack and defense of the monster. And Tempest is going to trigger, returning to the hand. Hopefully not too many effects are activated. Oh, goodness gracious, Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine dumping the Absolouter Dragon. Absolouter Dragon is triggering to, I suppose, search another Rocket Synchron. Search Rocket Tracer. Boot Sector launch to special summon the Tracer. Next we are going to go... If we chain Torrential first, this is a quick effect. And so I'd rather not have us chain, or Tracer chain to us. We want Tracer to go first. But unfortunately is not popping itself. So I'm thinking now we go on the summon of whatever this is bringing out. We go Torrential, Chain, Ascendance. Then we can get our Yuki and Kokoku summoned. So we are going to go Torrential 1. Then we can go, if they don't have anything to chain, they might chain the Borreload Dragon. Torrential, Chain, Ascendance. We are going to be popping the Kokoku, allowing us to summon the manifested a Yoon, which is very exciting. Manifested a Yoon comes out, and Torrential will wipe the board clean. Tempest. Wait, do I not get to chain? What? What did I miss? Okay then. Unfortunately, it appears we lost that one. Good game to be. And thank you all very much for watching. My apologies for the confusion. I am not a good Dragon Link player. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.